So one of the most common questions I get asked is how to actually create affiliate links for social media. So if you're not aware, or maybe you are, that social media typically doesn't like those ugly affiliate links that look a bit like this one down below me here. This one down below me here typically is like, if you start plastering this on your like Facebook, YouTube, places like that, you can actually get your accounts banned. They typically don't like it. So what we have to do is we cloak them. Okay, now I have given instructions on how to cloak it using Bitly, which is a completely free tool. But I'm not going to show you that today simply because Bitly, there's some reasons why I don't use Bitly, okay? And it'll all become clear as I actually show you this system. So I've covered that in other videos, so I'm not going to show you Bitly. But if you do want to just use Bitly, all you need to do is go to bitly.com, drop your affiliate link, and it will create you a shortened link, okay? But that's not what we're going to do today. But I wanted to mention it because that is a way you can do it. So what we can do is I'm actually going to show you the way I do it, and I'm going to obviously talk you through the reasons why. So first of all is that the way we're going to show you today, I can create multiple links to one affiliate link. So if I sign up for an affiliate product, I just get the one link, and that means that if I just plaster that everywhere, obviously I don't know where all my traffic's coming from. But with the way I'm going to show you today, you can create as many links as you want. In fact, unlimited amounts of links to literally redirect to that one affiliate link, which means that if I create lots of different YouTube videos, I know where all my traffic's coming from. And we also get tracking data, which we can actually kind of analyze. So the great thing is as well, this is social media friendly. Okay, so these links that we're going to use, we can post them anywhere. Okay, pretty much, like there isn't any, because they are a domain name, so they look like a website name, which means, and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that, absolutely love that. So that's another good thing. So that's why I use this. Also, like I said, we get useful tracking data, so we can actually see, and this is completely free. The actual tool we're going to use is completely free, but we actually get it actually gives us like tracking data, so we can actually look at like how many clicks we've had every single day. We can even see IP addresses. We can see quite a bit of data, like completely for free. So that's again another reason why we'd use that. And it's easy to type off the screen. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I don't typically use Bitly, because especially if you're creating video content, like I do, you'll see that I put links up on the screen. In fact, this link up on the screen here will take you to my free webinar where I actually show you how I get page one listings on the front page of Google. Okay, I'm obviously not pitching that to you today, but if you want to click it, you'll see that goes to a webinar, and the actual domain at the top actually changes. Now, that's not typically an affiliate link, but I use this system for that as well, simply because I can give you an easier to type domain. So I just put tripfunnels.com/masterclass, which you can type off the screen, which means you don't have to go and find the link in the description or anywhere else, right? So that's another reason why I totally recommend using this system as opposed to Bitly. And it's better for branding. Obviously, you can give your own domain. You can use a domain that represents your brand, which is really cool. Okay, and also you can create shorter links. Now, what I actually recommend with this system is that you get a domain that's 10 characters or shorter or less. Okay, and I recommend using a .com. Okay, I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But it's just because it's easier to type. Now, if you can't find a .com, get a .net. Okay, because .net's easy to type as well. But basically, what we really want here is we want something that's 10 characters or shorter. Now, if you're struggling with this, okay, just think of 2 random words. Okay, it's very, very rare that 2 random words have been thought of together. Okay, so trip funnels, which is the one I use, like nobody ever really kind of like tried to put the word trip in front of funnels because it doesn't make that much sense, but it's really easy to, like if I give you a link, it's easy to remember. So it's trip funnels, and it's 10, I think it's 10 characters or under 10 characters. And there's a specific reason why we do that, is because if it's much longer than 10 characters, when we create different links, we've got to give it we actually have to sort of put something on the end of the domain. So we'd put a / and then something. We want to make sure that with the / and then something, that this is not going to tail off. Okay, because quite often when you post links, I don't know if you've seen them on Facebook or YouTube, you'll see that they tail off. Now they're still clickable and they still work, but it does kind of look a bit off-putting, and it might hurt your conversions, right? It might hurt people clicking your links. So we try and keep them short, just to, actually, if you're setting this up, like setting it up straight away, then obviously you might as well get something short, right? So if you've got a big long domain that you're using for your brand, just get a shorter one and you can forward it. You can actually do this as well if you're forwarding to your own products or services or anything. So the one I used to recommend, and I'm not recommending this one today, is Clickmagic. Now this is an amazing tool, but it's getting a little bit more expensive than it used to be. So I think when I was promoting it before, it was about $15 a month, which is kind of like fair price for a tool that you're going to use. But it's now like a starter plan is now $27 a month, and then it sort of goes up to $67 a month. You only get so many clicks. So, I mean, I don't recommend this, and I actually don't use it. Okay, I've never used, I think I used it for a little while, but to be honest, I went back to the system that I always use. It works. It just flat out works, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use WordPress, and we need two things. We need a domain name and we need some hosting. Now, what that means is hosting just means that basically when you put your domain somewhere, it's going to be hosted in the world, right? It's going to be hosted in the cloud. We're not hosting it on our own servers. So you do need those two things. So what I've actually done is I've got us a deal here with HostGator where you can actually get started from $275 a month. So instead of having to pay like $27 a month, it's like a tenth of the price. You can actually get this, and it's going to include, I think it includes a domain as well. Let's press this. So you'll see, yeah, you get one domain included free. Okay, so a little recommendation here. If you can afford an extra $1 or so a month, like hardly anything more, you can actually get unlimited domains, which basically what that means is if you get a different channel with it, and maybe you're branding each one of your channels, and maybe you're setting up different WordPress sites or anything like that, this hosting plan will cover multiple domains. And if you ever kind of use WordPress or make up any like websites in the future, you can have it all hosted under this one plan just for an extra $1 a month. So this is the one I recommend, but you can use this one. Okay, you can actually use either of these, right? So obviously make a choice, but with this one, you're only ever going to be able to use one domain. So obviously my recommendation with this one would be to choose something that's nondescript, right? Something that's really generic, that doesn't really mean anything, but is easy to type off the screen, especially if you're creating video. So there we go. There's your two options. So just pick one of those. And then what's going to happen is that when you go through here, you're obviously going to fill in, you're obviously going to sign up as you would with anything. And then what's going to happen is you're going to come into your C panel. Now, I've got my C panel here from GoDaddy, but virtually any hosting company, HostGator has one. Everyone has a C panel, right? So once you've logged in, you'll see a link to your C panel. You just need to come in here, okay? And then you'll need to come down to where it says web applications. In fact, it's right at the top here. It was actually down below, so they've moved it up. So it's right at the top here, but you'll just have a look down and find anyone that says web applications. And then, and actually when you've signed up, you'll have obviously chosen your domain at the same time. So again, I recommend .com or .net, less than 10 letters, and 2 words together work really well. Okay. And then what you'll do is you'll come in here, you'll press WordPress, and then you'll get this Installatron type thing that comes up. Now, it looks slightly different on each one, but it's pretty much the same, okay? I've never really seen it that different. So all you need to do is go and find the button that says install this application. Okay, so we're going to install it. Okay, and then we're going to choose a domain. So then we come into here. So we just select our domain here. We just do a couple of things on this page, and then we're done. So the first thing we definitely need to do is get rid of this. Okay, if we don't delete this word blog, our domain name will have our domain.com/blog at the end of it, and you won't be able to get rid of it. So, whatever you put in here, it actually adds it to the domain. Okay, for some reason, they always leave the word blog in there, and you just have to delete it. So just do that and then leave it blank. That's absolutely fine. Okay, you can pretty much leave all of this. It doesn't really matter. I usually have it set to update, but it's up to you. It really doesn't matter. Okay, and then there's going to put a username in here and a password. Now, these we do need. Okay, we need to keep a note of these somewhere safe, because this is how we're going to log into WordPress to create our links. So, and the only way we can create them is by logging into WordPress. So we definitely need this username and this password. So we're just going to kind of copy this. Okay, and then we're going to put it in a text document. Okay, I'm going to just put it up there. Okay, now another little tip here is that sometimes they'll pre-populate this with the word admin. You do not want to have admin, okay, because it's open to hackers. Because this is kind of like something that's usually just put in here as standard. So it means that when a hacker tries to hack your WordPress site, if they ever try to, the first thing they're going to look at is admin because it's the most common. So you want to change it from that regardless. Okay, then you just want to put in a password again and just put that in your text document here. I'm not going to because I know what mine is. And then that's pretty much it. You can leave all of the rest of this and you just press install. Okay, and then this, you can obviously save your username and password, and then it's going to install WordPress, which is going to take like literally 30 seconds, not very long at all. So you can actually see here it's just coming up. So that will just take a second, and then we will have WordPress, and that's it, and we're pretty much good to go. So you will now see that you'll get these 3 links. Now this one here, you might want to take a note of this because this is how you log in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. Okay, and all it is your domain /WP-admin. Okay, so that is going to be how you log into your WordPress every single time. So that's why you will need to keep a note of that. Now, I do recommend with this, I've obviously got a text document, but Google Doc's a good idea because if you lose it and you don't know where it is, you can just log into your Google Doc, which is basically just like with your Gmail account, you just go to Google Doc and then it will save it for you. So I recommend doing that if you have never done this before, just so that you'll never lose it, right? But basically, this is it here. So you've got your domain, WP admin, and we're going to click that now. And that takes us to here. And all we need to do is obviously, with our username and password that we just copied down, we're going to put that in here and in here, and we're going to log in. And this will take us for the first time into the back office of WordPress. Now, WordPress is an open source software. There's loads of things you can do with it, but obviously I'm not going to go into any of that today because now you've got a domain and you've attached it to WordPress. The only thing we need to concentrate on now is creating links to your affiliate link. Okay, so I've actually dropped my affiliate link that I showed you earlier in here, and we're basically going to take this. I'll just show you what that does. We're going to take this affiliate link, which actually goes to this page, but I'll just show you. If you can see here, this actually will forward us to this ever webinar. So the actual domain changes when we put in that affiliate link, but because we're going to cloak it with our own domain, they'll never see that affiliate kind of nastiness, which is really cool. Okay, so quick disclaimer here, if you do promote affiliate links on social media or any of your content, you do need to let people know. In some countries, it's a legal requirement. So obviously just letting you know that you should let people know that it's an affiliate link and you do get some commission. So basically that's what we're going to do. So we'll come back into the dashboard. Now, the first thing and the only thing we really need to do is to install one plugin, and that is Pretty Links, and it's free. Okay, so like I said, this is completely free apart from the hosting package and the cost of the domain, which, you know, it actually comes with a hosting package. So like I say, it's all completely minimal cost. So we go over to plugins and we just go to add new. Okay, so we come to this. I'll just show you here again. We come to our dashboard, we go to plugins, and then we go down to add new. And then you'll see that all these plugins come up here. Now you'll come over to the right hand side. Okay, and this is going to search all the plugins inside of WordPress. Now, most of these plugins are going to have a free option with an upgrade option. Now, a lot of them do that so that you get to play with the actual plugin, and then hopefully they'll make some money out of you. So it's quite a cool system. It means that we can kind of do a lot with inside of WordPress without spending a single penny, which is really cool. So we're going to put in Pretty Links. So I'm just going to put in Pretty Links here. Okay, so it's 2 words. That's Pretty Lonks. That's Pretty Links. So that's 1 word, 2 words, Pretty Links, and it's this one here. So it'll be by Blair Williams. Okay, and then you'll see this button here that says install now. So you just need to press that, and then that's going to basically be ready to go very, very quickly. So just wait a couple of seconds. It's ready, and then you'll see that we get this activate button. So we need to press that. And then that'll activate and it will appear on the left-hand side. It will have its own section, right? Okay, so what we now need to do is we need to come over to this Pretty Links, and you've actually got the little logo here as well. And we need to go add new, okay? And then we are now ready to create our link, which is pretty cool. So you'll now see that our domain is here, and then we've got this / and then we've got this box, which means that we can pretty much put anything we want in there. Okay, we can also leave some notes in here so that we can kind of like know at a glance what it is, and we can give it a title. Now, I usually recommend putting the title of where you're sending the link from. Okay, if you just put what the link is and you create lots of them, you're going to get confused quite quickly. So if you ever look in my TripFunnels account here, you'll see that these are some of my links. You'll see that all of these have something that I can quickly look at and know exactly what's going on as we go down, right? So you can see here. So the first thing I recommend is putting, like, say for instance, it's a YouTube video. You could put the title of the YouTube video where you're sending the link. And then I would obviously put what the link is as well, because you may have lots of different links you're sending from that YouTube video. So for this instance, I'm going to put how ever webinar test for tutorial. Okay, so that's exactly what this link is, because I'm never going to use it. I'm actually going to delete it after this. And then we're going to grab the link. Okay, so that's our link here. Okay, and then we're going to put it in here, in this one target URL. So that's where any of our links that we create down here, it's going to go to whatever we put in here. So we put it in exactly as is. We just drop it in, no spaces or anything. And then we can put whatever we want in at the end here. Now, I recommend here again, if we've got a domain that's shorter than 10 words, we want to try and keep this to about 3 or 4 letters, maybe 5 at a stretch, simply because when we drop it into our descriptions, it's not going to tail off. So here you might want to put start or go or whatever you want, right? And again, like I say, because we might be using this same link a dozen times, obviously we can create lots of different links for different videos or whatever. So you'd obviously give this a different domain here. So I'm just going to put in, actually, I'm just going to put in go, okay, for this one. Okay, so we're going to go update. And that's it, we're done. We now have a pretty link. And then I'm going to show you how you can get data and all the rest of that from here as well. So this link here, you grab it from here. Okay, so if you want to test it, I think you can copy it to clipboard just by doing that, or you can highlight it and go like that. And then what you'll see is when you drop it up the top here, you'll see that that's the domain here. That's now going to go, and here we are. This is now gone directly to this Ever webinar. So in fact, we never even saw this link at all. It basically clicked through this link, but it kind of appeared like this, which is pretty cool. It's not always going to do that. Sometimes it will actually end up appearing like this. Just depends, right? Depends on the affiliate company. So that's it. That's how you create affiliate links. Now I'm going to show you one last thing here. Obviously you can create as many as you like. Okay, you're not limited to the amount of pretty links you can create, and you're obviously not limited to what you can do, but you can obviously come in here and you can look at your stats. So if you go to clicks at the end here, you'll see that you can actually see your stats. Okay, so you'll be able to see all the way back. You will actually be able to customize your report as well. So you'll be able to put a date range in here, and you'll be able to also see IP addresses down here as well. Okay, so you'll be able to get an awful lot of data from literally just each and every one of those links. So that's why I recommend giving them a title that kind of makes sense, so that you can see at a glance when you come in and look at your links. You'll be able to go and literally see how it will show you how many clicks you've got. You'll be able to customize reports, be able to see what's going on. And also, again, you can put these into categories as well. I think there's a category here. No, it's for pro only. Okay, so yeah, so obviously if you ever upgrade to pro, you can put it in categories and tags and things like that. Just makes it easier to manage. But again, obviously I never do. It's fine. I mean, I know by searching, I can put in a keyword. Because I put in the name of the product I'm using, I put in the keyword here, and it will bring up all the links anyway, right? So that is how you do it. And if you notice on any one of my videos or anything, virtually all of my links start with tripfunnels.com/, but they always go somewhere else. So it may be that they're going to an affiliate link. It may be that they're going to one of my own links. Anywhere, like I will always create a shortened version link so that I can filter the traffic the way I want. And it gives me extra data. If I'm not already getting that somewhere else. I mean, sometimes I am, but it also just means that I can literally put that link in different places. And what's really good about this as well is that if you create a link, say for instance, you have a webinar, or say you're promoting an affiliate product and they update it or they do something and you've put a link inside your YouTube video, okay, say it is this tripfunnels.com/go, but you can't go back in and edit that video because you've put it up on the screen. Obviously, you can come in here and just change the destination of the URL. So say the offer's changed and you can actually put a new link in here and you can keep this the same. So that's another good reason, which I didn't actually include in my list, right? It means that you can actually have it like for the life of the product, even if the product changes, even if the links change and they change. Quite often, some of the products I promote will change the promotions and the affiliate links I'm using no longer exist. So obviously having our own link means that we can drop in the new affiliate link to the new offer here, which is really cool. So if you like my video, guys, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'm going to be, new thing I'm actually doing for this year is I'm going to be selecting one person from every video at random who's going to get a prize, and that prize is going to be my 24-hour ranking system, which is basically a 997 course. So it's kind of like 5 modules. It shows you how we place listings on the front page of Google and YouTube. So I'm going to choose one person at random in the next video, and if you kind of appear in the next video, then you can basically hit me up or I'll hit you up, and we'll get you access to that free course. And saving you 997. So obviously leave a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if there's anything I left out. Helps me make better videos. So I'll see you guys in the next one.